Hello everyone, today we are following up from my previous video, which was a giant unboxing haul, and we are doing a full face of first impressions of new makeup. The first thing I've actually been trying for a few days since the video, because it's a few days later right now, is the Dermalogica Age Bright Spot Fader. I've just been trying this out because I'm on my period and I have been literally breaking out terribly. My skin just seems to be getting so temperamental ever since I came off the pill, which my doctor did warn me, which sucks ass. But anyway, luckily a lot of it's just kind of marking, like they're these tiny little bumps under my skin that aren't like massive pimples. They're not super pussy or like, you know, like blind pimples. Like there's a couple of blind ones, but like, I don't know. They're just like these small little annoying ones that just look really nasty. And the applicator is quite cool because you can like clean it off really effectively as well. It's like this weird little like silicone like, I don't know, you can really wrap around your face. So I've been trying that. I'll let you guys know how it does go. It's supposed to fade breakouts and the scarring marks, which as you can see is what I do deal with. Usually I just use an oil, but I thought I would try this as well just to see how it goes. And then while that just dries, because it's like obviously like a liquidy form, I ordered some hair clips for a friend because it's her birthday coming up. I guess the girl who owns this company recognized my name and she sent me a really cute note and she sent me a discount code too. So if you want to use the code Shannon20, you'll get 20% off your order if you want to check them out. This is a little New Zealand company. She wrote the cutest little message. I love it so much. Her hair clips are so cute and really affordable. Like for me, I think they're affordable because a lot of hair clips that are like, oh my god, look how cute the packaging is too. A lot of hair clips that are on trend at the moment, I feel like they're so overpriced, whereas these ones I was pretty happy about. My friend Kelly told me about the company, so I bought some. Oh my god, they're so cute. So yeah, some of them are for my friends, so I'm just gonna like pick out a couple because she said she completed my collection and sent me a couple extra, so thank you so much. So cute, look how cute. So I just want to like wear one or two today, and I will definitely be placing another order for myself in the future. You guys know I've kind of traded in the headbands lately for cute little clips like this just to keep my hair out of it. Well, that's a bit low, to keep my hair out of my face while I do my makeup. I think I'm just going to pop on some primer, even though I'm going to work on my eye makeup first. I just want to see how this soaks into my skin. So I'm going to try out the designer brand's Gold Elixir Priming Potion, which helps to boost radiance and firm your skin with pure gold flakes. I peeled off the packaging, like the sticker, sorry, that keeps the lid on, and it peeled off the gold off the packaging, so that's kind of shit. So it comes in a little pump bottle and it looks very jelly-ish, like the formula. Hopefully it's not like a silicone kind of texture. Let's see. I prefer like more moisturizing textures than the slippery silicone, like you guys know. So it doesn't make my skin feel super slippery. I can't really tell what the like ingredients of that is. Is it a silicone based one or water based? I don't know. It's got no talc, bismuth or parabens in it. Smoothing gel formula absorbs into your skin for an instant boost of luminosity. It's got aloe vera, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, Q10 and green tea, which I guess is the hydrating part of it. Actually, yeah. You know what? It's soaking in really nice. It's not making my skin feel super slippery or anything like that, thank goodness. I'm just adding one more pump now that I know it's not super slippery. Just with some extra hydration. I've already used eye cream and stuff this morning. I did buy these because you guys wanted a review, and I'm going to actually film like an entire in-depth video on them. I'm going to continue to take my other collagen and everything because we've got like a baseline. I've been taking my collagen for a few months, so this is like, you know, my baseline hair, skin, everything. We'll see if the Halo Beauty actually improves anything to do with my skin, hair, nails, etc. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of this Revlon Liquid Gleam Potion. I'm just going to apply this on my actual face. Do you guys remember, this is like giving me throwbacks to when I used to always use the Lume Magique primer. Throwback. I don't think this is like the same thing, but just because it's Revlon, it's another like drugstore brand. I'm just getting like throwbacks, you know? So this one, the packaging is literally the cutest freaking thing I've ever seen. And it looks like it's got a bit of like purple in it or something. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this so that it soaks into my skin while I do my eye makeup. Yeah, it's got like a purple reflect. It feels a little bit gritty. It's like got glitter in it. Can you see? Like it's actually got glitter. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Even as a highlighter. I'm glad I put it on now so that I can put my foundation on top. Hopefully it'll just peek through. My skin feels a little bit like irritated putting that on. Like it didn't feel irritated with this, but as soon as I put the Liquid Gleam Potion on top, like it feels a bit tingly. I don't know if that's normal or not. If I zoom all the way in, you can see the glitter. like those are literal glitters. It looks sweaty up close, but it's glitter. Let's just see how this goes, guys. I'm gonna spritz some more of my Quarterly Beauty Elixir Smoothing Glowing Complexion Spray because I really liked it when I spritzed it in my last video. It smells so good. I love it. It smells like something you'd smell at like a professional like facial place. So refreshing. Oh my god, my marks on my face are so bad right now. Alright, I'm going to try out the Soap Brows kit from Iconic London. It's not actually called that, it's called the Brow Silk kit. Whoa, my skin is shiny. So for my foundation and concealer, I think today I'm going to go in with the Rimmel London Glow That Lasts. Is that what it's called? No, Lasting Radiance SPF 25, perfect for daytime. I have no fake tan on right now, so hopefully one of these colors matches me. Otherwise we'll just put it all the way down our neck. And by the way, I'm going to do an entire tutorial going with my wig, so that's why I'm not wearing the wig today. I'm gonna do like its own separate video because yeah, otherwise the video will be 8 hours long. So I'm gonna be going in with the Rimmel London Lasting Radiance Concealer after we soap our brows. So like I said, this goes for like £20, which is ridiculously expensive if you think you can just use your own bar of soap. But the packaging is bougie, you get a ton of product, and you get this brush as well, which genuinely looks like a toothbrush. Like it looks like one of those wooden recyclable toothbrushes, except I think it's plastic. Directions: use wet or dry. Brush the brow groomer into formula and apply directly to brows and style. Okay, seems straightforward. So this is my natural brows. They are tinted and tattooed. Using it dry for now. I don't really know how much I need. I'm gonna go in with like a decent amount, and I'm going to try brushing them upwards. Ooh, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try it dry on the side, and then I'm going to try it wet on the other side. I really like the way that looks, just like that, like without even putting any product in. It looks really nice. I like the fluffy kind of natural brow look at the moment. So this time I'm going to spritz the brush with a little bit of my Quarterly spray that I used just before, just to dampen the product a bit. Then I'm going to go in. I definitely think the wet brush works a little bit better. Look how long my eyebrow hairs are, you would never know. So I'm gonna like kind of, I don't know, just curve the ones on the outside down a bit so that they're not sticking up too much, and then just kind of paste the top brows up a little bit just so they look nice and defined. I feel like I have to go over it a few times, but like I like the results. Now I've never actually tried soap brows with just cheap soap, so if you do want me to try out just a cheap soap to compare my results, let me know, because I could do that. 'Cause I don't know if it's worth the money, you know, because I see people all the time just using like dollar bars of soap. So like, why would you buy something so expensive? It is much more practical. It comes in a case and everything, which is nice. But who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think? The brush is really cute too. I like this. I think you could pretty much use like a toothbrush or even maybe just a spoolie. I feel like my eyebrows are still kind of like shifting back. But anyway, let's just try concealing underneath now. So Lasting Radiance Concealer and Eye Illuminator, full coverage. So it looks like this. Oh, it's very runny. So I'm just applying that nice and close to my eyebrows. And then I'm going to use my brush just to carve them out. By the way, did I say what color I'm using? This is in the shade Ivory, which is the lightest one they've sent me. And it's not very pale. I feel like the coverage isn't super intense. Oops, I just got some in my eyebrow. I don't know how I feel about the soap eyebrows because my eyebrow hairs have just kind of like gone back to normal already. Yeah, I don't know if I could be bothered doing that every day because I feel like it's just nothingness now. The concealer is literally not that good coverage, but it does look very nice and radiant. But I mean, let's see how it goes like under my eyes and stuff. I'm just gonna quickly finish carving out my eyebrows. Alright, so I just went and had a look quickly in the bathroom while I was dampening my sponge. Now, I don't think it's like ridiculously full coverage, but keep in mind I've just put it on my bare skin rather than like over top of foundation or anything. We'll see how it covers my under eye circles. But it did look beautiful and natural, and the finish is so nice. So I definitely really enjoy the concealer for a more natural one. If you are looking for a more natural one that's still got decent coverage, it's not like cakey or like ridiculously heavy coverage though, you know what I mean? Depends what you want. It definitely did a good enough job now that I'm looking at it. Like my eyebrows look pretty nice. I think the soap brow step just didn't really work for me. Like my eyebrow hairs have just kind of all flattened again. Like there's a couple still sticking up, but I don't know if they're stubborn or what. Like, does anyone have any tips for me on how to make it work better? The glittery primer I'm just not a fan of. It looks like huge chunks in natural lighting. It looks even worse than it does here. Like you can still see it though. Like I don't know, it's all collected in random spots too. It's not like nice and evenly distributed, probably my own fault when I applied it, but yeah. Now let's try out the Lasting Radiance SPF 25 Medium Coverage Anti-Pollution Foundation, shade 100 Ivory, which I definitely think, oh my god, yes, look how dark that, how's this ivory? Like, geez. Sometimes drugstore brands really struggle to do like pale shades, right? Like I am not even what I would consider like super fair. Like I've got very light skin, I've got no fat tan on, like I'm very pale still, but I'm not like the palest of pale. I know plenty of people that are much paler than me. Are either of these like gonna be better? Like no, these are pale. True Ivory and Soft Beige. I mean, whoops. I'm assuming Ivory is like meant to be super pale because it's shaded like 100 Ivory. Anyway, let's give it a go. It's got a pump, that's nice. Okay, that's how much one pump is. I'm just gonna start with that and spread it around my face, and we will just put it all the way down my neck and everything to make it match. I also have the CoverGirl foundations and stuff from my unboxing, but I'll try them in another video. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below. I'm just going to start blending this out with my Flawless Finish Sponge by XO Beauty, and I'm just keeping you zoomed in so you can see how it is applying. You can see it's so dark for me. It's nice and like easy to blend, and it does have a really nice coverage. I'm a little bit distracted by the color, so I definitely need more than one pump, so I'm gonna do another pump and just spread this out. The finish is beautiful. Like it's definitely a really nice glowy look. It's not like blowing me away. I don't dislike it either. I'm just like, it looks good. When you blend it out, it looks very natural. I would say it's more of like a light to medium coverage. As you blend it out, like I can still see a little bit of my freckling and redness and stuff, but it does look really beautiful and quite natural as well. My skin looks super glowy, probably between the primer and the foundation, because it is radiant apparently. I think overall this range is probably best for those of you who want a really nice daytime foundation that doesn't look too crazy heavy. It's got a nice amount of coverage where you're not going to look cake face, but it also like does cover a bit. It is definitely very pretty. It just depends what you want. If you're looking for something with like heavy coverage, you're not going to get that with this. Now I'm going to go back in with the concealer and just go under my eyes, and I'm also going to apply a little bit just on my breakouts and stuff. You can see the concealer is such a thin consistency too as I wipe it on. Now that I've like blended the foundation out, it's not so bad. Like it doesn't look way too dark or anything. Way too dark. I feel like I'm not making any sense. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not blown away, but I don't dislike it. I'm just like, I quite like it under my eyes. It's so hydrating too. My pores don't look accentuated. Yeah, it does look nice. One for the more natural crowd, I would say. And you know what? I do get people asking me sometimes for foundations and concealers that have a more natural finish that don't look like you're wearing a shit ton of makeup. So I'd say that is ticking those boxes. Next up, let's try the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I'm gonna go straight in with this color here, which I think should just help to even out like the overall tone a little bit. This is the Born This Way multi-use complexion powder in the shade Cream Puff. First, I'm just gonna take a little bit on a small face brush and just apply a small amount of this just straight underneath my eyes to conceal, I mean not to conceal, to set the concealer. Oh, I was meant to do my eye makeup before I did my foundation. I just realized, whoops, I got carried away. This is a very lightweight concealer, and I can imagine it would crease if you didn't set it because it's so like thin, you know? Now I'm going to use my powder brush. Do I have some of that in my eye? I think I do. Anyway, just using my powder brush, you do pick up quite a bit of product straight away, which I don't mind because I love putting on a decent layer of powder. I like to add a little bit of coverage with my powder and just make sure everything is completely set so it doesn't move at all throughout the day. Holy shit. That is so pretty. I'm so stoked because I really like the new Benefit powder as well that I've talked about a couple of times. And honestly, this looks just as good as well. Like, I feel like I've just found some new favorite powders. The coverage is decent. I don't look dry and dusty. I'd say this is very comparable to my MAC Studio Fix powder. You can still see a little bit of like my pinkness and natural skin underneath, but overall like that just added so much coverage, and now I've got like a full coverage foundation. Literally my chin is almost blending into my neck. It looks so good. So full coverage. Under my eyes I've got some creasing. It's nothing too major, just a little bit, but worth mentioning. Okay, honestly, let's just zoom you in so you can see like the finish. You can't see any of my pores. There is no filter on any of my videos. I do not use smoothing filters ever because I think that's wrong. I don't think people that are supposed to be reviewing products should have like stuff to edit the stuff. Do you know what I mean? And that looks so smooth. So far, I'm a huge fan of that. And the foundation looks really nice underneath it. I definitely feel like I look a little bit cakey, so I'm just going to go back in with my Quarterly and do a quick spritz, and then let's go on to the eye makeup. On my eyes, I'm going to use the Marvin Magnificent palette today because I do want to just do something quite neutral because I'm planning on taking a photo later to match my nails. So I'm not going to wear that lip color right now, but I do want to just keep that in mind for my eye makeup. This palette has a bunch of eyeshadows and highlighters. I probably won't use the highlighters today because I'll try one of the other ones I got, but I'm going to use the eyeshadows. Here's a bit of a close-up so you can see the colors, just very wearable. The kind of palette like anyone could use. So I'm going to start with a crease blender brush, and I think I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Dem Cheeks though. Oh, the formula is really nice. They're not too powdery or anything. My brush is picking up a decent amount of product, and I'm going to go straight in, no primer, just to see how they look. Look at that. Amazing. So pigmented, easy to blend. I love beeetch Cosmetics eyeshadows. Now I'm going to take a fluffy blender brush and take the shade called At the Beach. This one right here, it's a nice little transition shade. And I'm going to actually just kind of blend that into the crease on top, and also just start working that in to blend out the peachier color. And now I'm going to take a pencil brush with a darker color. I think we'll go in with Crusty, which is this deep warm brown. And I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. This is blending so easily for a nice deep color. Literally, I'm just using my pencil brush to kind of like fade that into the crease a little bit, and it's just melting. It's so nice. I'm also going to take the same color on the outer corner as well, and I'm going to take a little bit of that color mixed with At the Beach, and I'm just going to go back in with my crease blendy brush and just soften that a little bit, and we can add more color to make it darker again soon, but I just want it to be nice and soft and blended into the crease. And then just slowly kind of bringing those colors together throughout the actual crease as well, because I'm gonna go for like a halo look today. I haven't done that in a little while. And then using my fluffier blender brush just to really get into those edges and make them so soft that you can barely see where they begin and end. And then I'm going to go in with an even darker color. This is called Karma Regalt. Is that how you say it? I don't know. This one right here, it's even darker, as you can see. Look at that right in the deepest part. I just love how like grungy when you do the super dark colors, like it just makes the eye makeup so grungy and like, I don't know, just so slick and pretty. I'm just using this Luna Beauty brush at the moment just to apply the color and blend it a little bit. Now I'm going to use a orange base. Now this is not first impression, but I'm just going to apply this to make the color I put on top pop. I'm going to use my little gel lip petal brush again, just the little tiny side. This is in the shade OTT Orange. Blending that out in the center of my eyelid where I'm not putting shadow just yet, and I think I might just try to do like a little cut in the middle. And then I'm going to take the exact same brush, and I think I'm going to go over it with this shade called Premium, which is actually one of the highlighter kind of shades. And I'm just going to pat that on top. Look how intense that is. Whoa. And that's just dry. It's so cool too, because as I move my head you can kind of see the orange underneath. It's created like this duochrome kind of effect. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush and go into the lighter brown colors and just kind of blend the darkest colors in with the shimmer, and then slowly work into the darker colors and just make sure everything looks nice and tidy-ish. I mean, we're obviously going for a bit of a grungy look today, so I don't want it to be too tidy, but just blended, you know. You know what, like the soap brows have separated my hairs really nicely up close. They look more defined, but I'm getting fluff stuck in them because it's like sticking to the soap. I'm also going to run the Karma Regret across my lash line to make it extra smoky. Now I'm going to take the super dark color underneath my eyes too. Let's just go balls deep, like super smoky. Every time I say balls deep in my videos as well, people laugh so much, because I don't even realize like what I'm saying, because Hamish says it all the time and then I realize it's actually kind of dirty. Hashtag demonetized. So once that's on, I'm going to flip the brush around. I'm going to take the At the Beach shade. Let's go to the beach edge. Just blend that out. And then let's try out one of these new Revlon eyeliners I got. This is in the shade Mighty Mecca. It's the So Fierce Vinyl Eyeliner. Oh yeah, that's so pigmented. Look at that. I'm going to smudge it a little bit just on the lash line up top, just on the outer corner really, and then go back in with that little tiny brush from Luna Beauty. God, this is like grunge realness. I love it. I haven't done anything super grimy and grungy like this in so long, like with dark colors and dark eyeliner and stuff. Now I've just cleaned off my brush. I'm going to take the shade Meant to Be, this one right here. This is a matte, and I'm going to use this just to kind of clean up the brow bone a little bit. Just along the very top there, and you can see it's just going to help to like make the colours blend together and make it look a little bit tidier, because you know sometimes when you're blending you can get a bit out of control like I do. And then I just take my fluffy blender brush and just run over the edges just to make sure that it's all nice and seamless. I'm just going to pop on some of the Glow Lip Oil to hydrate my lids by Revlon, and I don't know, oh, Good Witch is what it's called, Good Witch. I love the packaging. Oh, it smells amazing and it feels amazing. Obviously we're not going to do this kind of lip color with these eyes. I feel like that does not look good whatsoever. It's just at the moment. So now we've done that, let's try out a mascara. I'm not going to do a winged eyeliner or anything. I'm just going to keep it very grunge. I think I'll do some dramatic lashes. Actually, first let's just do a little bit of inner corner highlighting. I'm going to use the exact same color, the dark kind of not brown, what, gold, and just pop that on the inner corner to highlight a little. Man, these highlighters are unreal. I love beeetch Cosmetics highlighters. You guys know I raved about the palettes, you know, a couple years ago. Still love them, just don't reach for them as much anymore because I've discovered new stuff. But I'm going to use a little bit too right on the top part of my arch. So overall, what I've seen so far from the palette, I really like it. So pretty. Love the colors. I was going to use the, oh, should I? I'm going to try this. I was going to use the new CoverGirl one because I love CoverGirl mascaras, but we'll give this one just here a try. This is the new Mecca Max Wink Ink, I think it's called. Super mascara. The packaging is actually really cute. And we're going to open it up and have a look at the brush, okay? Looks nice. It's just a kind of biggish but not too fluffy kind of wand. Let's see how it performs. I'm going to do one eye and just see what the difference looks like. Oh, straight away that's covering very quickly. Can you see that? I love mascaras that are quick. It's super lengthening. Like, look how long my lower lashes are. It gives some volume. It's not like ridiculously volumizing. It's not clumpy whatsoever. It's just super dark. The formula is kind of in between like runny and thick. It's not like a clay kind of formula like what I usually prefer. Like the Tarte Light Skin Lashes or Better Than Sex. Like, not really clay, but do you know what I mean? Like they're kind of like dryish formula. It's a little bit more wet. This definitely gives a lot of length, separation, and darkness. So that is one eye, one kind of 1.5 coats. So you can see the results. Okay, so that is now about 2 coats. And honestly, I quite like it. You get a bit more clumpiness and thickness with the second coat, which I like. Let's go in with some Huda Beauty ones. I haven't used them in a little while. These ones are called Jade number 13. Okay, so the lashes are on. You can see it's just taken it to another level and really balanced out that smoky lower lash line as well, in my opinion. Now, bronzer. I'm assuming this one's one I haven't tried before. It's called Hotel Heiress. Do you say Heiress or Harris? I don't know, because I feel like it ruins the alliteration by having Hotel Heiress, but Hotel Harris, I feel like that's not correct. Anyway, Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer by Tarte, and I love Tarte bronzers. I love Parquet Princess. I love the contour colors. At the moment, you guys know one of my all-time favorite contours of the moment is this one here, the Hamptons Weekender, which I might use too because I don't think I got a new contour color. But that one right there. So let's have a look at this. Ooh, I think it's darker than Parquet Princess, quite a bit darker. So first of all, I'm actually going to just quickly contour using this. I love the color. Okay, now that we have contoured, let's try the bronzer. I'm a little bit nervous because, like I said, I've got no fake tan on right now. Definitely think a color like this is probably better when I've got a bit of fake tan on. But the color looks really nice and kind of orangey, which I love in bronzers. You guys know I'm obsessed with the Benefit Bronze Cheerleaders palette, whatever it's called. The Caramel Hoola at the moment. I'm obsessed, and I feel like this is giving me slight vibes towards that. Not as orange, I don't think, though. I'm going to use a medium face brush. I'm just going to go in with very light layers because I am fair at the moment, and just apply that on my actual cheeks. And yeah, that's stunning. Easy to blend. It's got a really nice amount of pigment where I'm not like putting on too much at once, but it's still there, but it's not like scary. And it's really, really, really pretty, the undertone. I'll pop it all over my nose. I'm just bringing it around my temples and a little bit on the top of my forehead. Oh, that's so stunning. I'm a fan. Okay, I don't know if you can see very well in it, the lighting right here. Oh, it's so nice. It doesn't look scary on my pale skin either, but it's definitely the kind of product that you could build up if you've got darker skin. I think it's better for darker skin still, like medium skin tones maybe darker skin tones. But like on my skin tone, I can still definitely make it work. Blush, I'm going to try out one of the Kathleen Lights Colourpop ones. maybe So Retrograde, because that was the one in my previous video I was like, ooh, I really like the undertone of it, and it looks like something I don't really have already. This is what the blush looks like. It's quite big. You can put it into a Z palette or the Colourpop palettes. I think it's got a bit of a shimmer to it. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Oh my god, imagine this on dark skin. That would be amazing. Because I'm so fair, I'm going to take the tiniest amount again. I'm going to use the same brush. It's literally like a tap, and just share that on both cheeks. Oh, that's so pretty. Huge fan. Huge fan. I'm just kind of like bringing it up onto my temples a little bit because it's got a little bit of shine in it, just to give a little bit of a glow, making sure to really buff it out. Yeah, big fan. Huge fan. And I think on darker skin it will look even better. Now this is what I'm the most scared to try in this video. The Tarte Chrome Paint Highlighter. Now I love the Chrome Paint eye pots. They are so crazy pigmented though. So you know me, like I do kind of like a shiny highlighter these days, but if it's glittery, I don't like it. I like ones that really blend into my skin nicely, like the cheesy ones and stuff like that. I don't know if this is going to blend super well. Oh, I feel like mine, is it supposed to be loose? Or did mine break? Because mine looks like a loose highlighter. Can you see that? Oh, it smells really good. That's weird. Can someone comment below and let me know if it's supposed to be a loose highlighter or not? Or is mine just smashed up? Either way, I feel like this could go really good or really bad. I'm just going to swatch it on my hand. I mean, it looks kind of chunky in some spots and really nice in other spots. So this could go one of two ways. I don't know. But it's very blinding like you can see. I'm going to take the stuff in the cap with my detail face brush to really buff it in. Pick up a little bit of product. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm just going to continuously swipe it back and forth to really blend it into my skin. I'm not adding any more product. I'm literally just like dabbing it in there and like really buffing it. And that works well. Like there's shiny, and it's almost too much though. It does leave a stripe. I don't know if it's really my cup of tea, but if you do like that look, then there you go. It is nice, it's just not my favorite. The color is amazing though. I'm a huge fan of the undertone. It's kind of golden, but very flattering. I'm going to use a little bit of this pineapple setting spray Fix Plus by MAC because I just love pineapple and the packaging is so cute and it's so small. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like pineapple raro. If you guys live in New Zealand, that's what it smells like. it's good. All of these Colourpop California Love blotted lips are like so bright, but I think I might use one of them just for fun. Oh my god, look at that one. Woo! There is a nude one, but I always do nude, so let's go a little bit bright, but I'm going to try and make it wearable. So I'm going to first take a lip pencil. This isn't new, obviously. It's XO Beauty Jocelyn, but the colour I'm going to put on top is called Away There, or is that how you say it? It's like OJ. I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming it's not like English pronunciation. Like that. Ultra Blotted Lip by Colourpop. It looks like so cute. It's very bright. So this is like a kind of orangey undertone lip pencil, but very neutral still. I've just wiped off the lip oil and just apply that all over the lip. So I can put the other colour on top. My lips feel so nice and moisturised after using that Revlon oil. What is this? Oh my god, my skin like flaked off. Luckily as well, I don't know why I keep trying to talk while I'm doing this, but luckily as well, the glitter doesn't seem to be noticeable. Lip pencil is on. Let's go in with some of the Ultra Blotted Lip. I'm gonna first just do a little and just rub it together. It looks really soft and pretty actually. How do we feel about the very monochromatic makeup? I'm gonna add a little more. I'm glad I used a lip pencil underneath because I do like a more like full look. And I like to overdraw my lips a little bit, but if you didn't have the lip pencil, it'd be really nice and just very like natural almost. What do you guys think? Very grimy. I love the shimmery color on my lids. I love how it's a little bit glam, but a little bit sultry and a little bit like bedroom eyes, if you know what I mean. I really like that look. I haven't done something like this in so long, like I said. I am a huge fan. Okay, so yeah, that's my review on these products. Most of them went pretty well. I'm 50-50 on the highlighter. Zeus is getting angry at the postman. Oh, this is so in theme. One day he will stop barking at the postman. Probably not actually, that's a lie. I like the eyeshadows, I like the foundation, I like the concealer. They're not like holy grail foundation concealers, but I do like them. I like the primer, not a holy grail, but I like it. And it is very affordable as well. Like I used quite a few affordable things in this video today. In fact, most of it was affordable, minus I guess the bronzer and highlighter. I really like the bronzer, it's so nice. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and notify for upcoming videos. Don't forget to check out my previous video for a huge giveaway. You can go in to win that stuff down there. Heaps of brand new makeup, high end, there's MAC, there's some Colourpop, there's heaps of stuff. And I will talk to you guys in my next video.